Here we are for Friday, March 20th in Law 1. Yes, it's getting late. You guys know how I roll. This is basically, I had some rethought here. This is day 3, excuse me, and it is day 5 of our online learning experience. So this is Friday. It's the Friday one, and we don't bleed it too much in the weekend. A lot of this is going to carry over. I was going to start a new activity for today, and I elected against it. So if you're caught up, you're probably pretty good in here for the moment. You can go back and look at some of your other classes, especially if you have me for world history, as far as getting caught up. So basically, let me give you a little recap of what's going on. The reason why I'm probably not doing anything too new today is because there's some things that people are looking to get caught up on, and you may need to wait on somebody making a comment. So remember, the crime cases, current and historical events questions, those have been long overdue. We started those in class before we got into this whole shutdown. And then I extended it, and they were due Wednesday. And then you were asked to, on 14Q, which is the questions you were asked to make. And I explained all this in my Wednesday synopsis, picking one crime case from the ones you researched. Which one did you find most intriguing and why, in a brief synopsis? Only a few of you have done that, and I know it's for tomorrow, so you've got still got a little bit. For today, so you've still got a little bit of time. But other people need to comment, so you need to get at least your initial comment out by today. To respond to one or more persons' post with a comment, drawing either similarity, and I guess I'm going to edit this right on the floor here if it's going to let me, with a meaningful. I remember I went through this on Wednesday, so it's not. This is just a review of the synopsis. A meaningful comment. It can be drawn by a similarity or difference to one of your cases, incorporating additional concept. Think about the classifications, components, causations. I went through that on Wednesday's video. If you need a synopsis or vocabulary terms, maybe there's a constitutional issue involved. But I found a pretty nice example here, and I'm just going to pick Sophia's stream here. Where is it, Sophia? And then somebody, and then people replying. So talking about the Dahmer case, because he went quite a long time without being caught, and he went to the intense measure of hiding the device. So she picked a component, and how sick he was toward the victim's family, seemingly genuinely feeling bad for them because he couldn't control himself and his urges, and being a sociopath. This is the type of stuff we'd have a nice live discussion about in class, and when I would go through this, that's why we did this activity. It wasn't just made up. Usually what I do when we finish those questions is we have a little discussion about some of the cases in class. Well, obviously we can't do that, so we're doing it virtually, right? So like Richard came up with a nice comment about with a good meaningful comment here about if the sympathy turns itself off and on. If you always feel sympathy, that's a sign of a sociopath. The fact that he turns itself on. And Skylar's talking about how the body parts were dispersed because he was proud of killing people, trying to get inside the mindset of the criminal. So these are some good comments. And it blows my mind they did this for so long. I wonder if he had anything wrong with him to commit this horrible crime. Yeah, he did. He had some sociopathic psychological tendencies. This is a good stream. This is a good example of a good stream, and there's some other ones that have some potential as well. You don't have to use that one. I don't want all of them on there. Try to make push yourself to even make 2 comments to some of these. And I know that, and we're going to say it's for Monday by the end of the day, because I know that some people haven't posted yet. If you haven't posted, you need to get on it, because because people need to make a response. In order to make a response, you need to see the comments. So I've got them set so you can see each other's comments on there, following the guideline. The other thing that I had already, this is also a carryover, is most of you did. Thank you. Most of you did your quiz terms. I said in lieu of a quiz, which is what we would normally have, which is what I did last year in class. We normally have a quiz. I said you need to do the following, and that would be, I'm just going to wait for my computer to catch up. The following would be at 90% at least, a write and a learn, and a match or a gravity. You need to take screenshots of those. and the button right above the 6 in the Chromebook. I showed you I'm not on my Chromebook, so I can't show the procedure again. If you don't know the procedure for capturing your screenshot in your Chromebook and uploading them to Classroom, go back to Wednesday's video. I'm on my computer right now. I'm not on my Chromebook, so I can't really show you. But you go to downloads and you move them over to your drive. Is basically long and short of it. So that needs to be done for Monday 3/23 as well. None of this is new. I had introduced this on Wednesday, so I'm not introducing anything new. I'm giving you a little chance to catch up here in this particular class. I know you may have other things to catch up on in your other core classes. Given the newness of this, we're going to leave it alone for now. I had actually something before I even made this video, I had something ready to go. The exchange principle and doing something new, and I said, "Nah, we'll just hold off to finish up making comments on the classroom discussion on the crime cases historical event." Thing, your initial post about intrigue, and then a couple of responses, at least one, possibly two, and then your test, write, learn, gravity or excuse me, or kind of get them written down, gravity or match, on in the screenshots of completion of those. Remember, the test has to be at least 10%. This is in lieu of doing a quiz for the key terms. Most of you did the key terms already. That's a fairly easy thing to do, and we'll go from there. So both of those for Monday. Okay. Remember, email, remind text. Anything, if you're not on Remind, remember that you should probably get on Remind. If you're not on Remind, a reminder that you should get a reminder if you're not on Remind. So remember at this point in our situation, it would be kind of critical. Remember, you can the instructions are down here if you have not done that, because I sent out reminds when I put up the posts and so on. You can text me through Remind, email, office hours Tuesdays to Thursdays on the Zoom, if you're so inclined to take advantage of that, just as a heads up, as another one more reminder. All right, until next time.